What's going on, guys? Kigerr here, and I was going to do a video about the wandering merchant in the game. I've told a lot of people and they didn't really notice what it was and what you can get out of it. So I'm definitely still going to talk about that, but we also had some new limited time packs show up in the game. I'm also going to tell you about those. Before we jump into the video, I just want to let you guys know I just hit 850 people on my Discord. The link is down below, where I have infographics, answer questions, and there's a lot of other high-level players from across the different servers that can answer a bunch of different questions. Let's jump into it. Alright, so 4 different offers popped up, and this is based off level. I believe there will also be a 151 once the older servers get to it. We currently hit 147 today-ish, so in about a week we should be week and a half will be 150, and then there should be one there as well. We don't know that. I believe there will be. So taking a look at the 110 one right here. So when you start the game, as soon as you get to about, I think it's 10 or 15 or so, there's a $1 newbie pack. That $1 is really like $12 worth of value just on its own, and then it gives you a mount that makes your life a lot easier with gathering and things like that, as well as gives you a 6-star 6-star ferry, which that specific 6-star ferry you can get for about $12 in the regular packs. So, and that's for $1. Then when you get to level 50, there's a $2 offer that gives you a bunch of equipment enhancement stuff, as well as some level 50 gear. Then these were just added with this patch right now, and these will pop up as you hit those levels. So if you're not these levels right now, they will pop up once you hit those levels. So when you hit 110, this offer will be in front of your face right here. Once you minimize it, you still have 8 hours to buy it. As you see, pack expires in 7 hours 58 minutes and 44 seconds. And what's going on here is you get to select whatever weapon you want of that weapon level. Then you get that box right next to it is a full set of that level gear, the helmet, things like chest, things like that. 8 4-star ferries and 150 soups. These soups are a lot of ferry XP. Now, ferry XP matters a whole lot more than it did when I was at 110, because now we have Fairy Will, and we're converting a lot of fairy experience into enhancement stuff for Fairy Will. So at base, right where I'm at right now, 147, this is way lower in value for me because the 110 equipment doesn't matter. So we just scoop that all out. Then we look at the 180 shards, which is 8 4-star ferries. So those 8 ferries, their base price that they look at is roughly about $2 per ferry. So that's $16 right there. It really, if you're doing it with packs and such, it's really like $2 a piece. There's 8 of them, so $16. With the packs and whatnot, it would really be about $12 or $13. And this is a $15 pack. So if you need the 4 stars, I don't think anyone specifically needs 4 stars. So that's kind of like a throw-in my opinion. And then 150 of the soups. I think that if you're a whale, you're buying this pack just for the soups to try to get your wills maxed out the gold wills, especially once we hit 150. So you can start getting 3 times a week, get them from the shops. But for the average player, if you just hit 110, this will give you a huge power spike when you hit that level, because your weapon will get an immediate upgrade and you'll get a full set of that gear. So really this is about base price somewhere in the ballpark of $32 value. And that's just these two right here, and counting these for a little bit. But if you just hit 110 and you're a spender, this is worth it. I am not buying it because I'm already past that point. I can say the same thing here for the 121. It's relatively the same, but it's the 120 gear, and then it's 9 pulls instead of 8, and 200 soups instead of 150 soups. So is the 1 pull and 50 soups worth $5? I don't think so. If you're hitting 120 and you want the power spike from the equipment, then sure. But if you don't, you can just grind that stuff out. The extra 1 and 50 is not worth the extra $5 in my opinion. Now at 130, now we get into a very interesting spot, and I can't put a dollar amount here. It's kind of hard for me. So 130 is when once you get into 130 is a lot of people start noticing in miasma as well as the regular dungeons, the drop rate for equipment and stuff really drops. So I put a little bit of value, like I put almost no value on the 110 gear and 120 gear, but I start to put value on gear once we get to 130 and above. Then you get 9 pulls, and then the nature boxes are tough for me because twigs are the branches are the hardest things to come by, and you get 5 per, so that's 100 twigs, which is enough to bring a fairy up to 320, I believe, from the 240 range, the 320 breakthrough, so you can go up. No, 240 to 320. That's enough for that. So really, I'd put this somewhere around 40-ish, $40 to $45 worth of value for 20. And that's putting value on the weapon and stuff. If you don't put value on the drops, then we're talking 30 to 35 for 20. So this one, if you're in the 130 range, is really good. Some bigger whales are going to get this just for the nature boxes, I guarantee it. And then last, this one I immediately bought. Not gonna lie to you, I immediately snapped this up. I didn't even think twice. So 140 weapon, full set of 140 gear, 9 pulls and 20 boxes. It's a little unfortunate that it's not more nature boxes, but I have a huge value on the 140 gear, and if the 150 is in the same range, I think 25 is about the highest I'll pay for the 150 box, and if the 150 box is this with like 200 pulls, so 10 pulls and 30 or 40 boxes, I'd be completely happy. Now let's talk about the actual wandering merchant. So every hour, the wandering merchant will show up in your system's messages, and every couple minutes it'll remind you, which is why you see wandering merchant. Tap to visit, that'll take you to someone's house, which you will then talk to the wandering merchant in front of you, and this is what you'll see. So I recommend ignoring the enhancement stuff right here, and I know people are in a crunch right now for fairy will experience, but I would skip over the strawberry milk 100%. So there's always stuff for sapphire. The only thing that's not in this picture is skill rubbings also show up here. 20 for 9, you know, the same price as these over here. So it would normally be 150 for 1500 for a 10 pull right here, and this you end up getting a 10% discount on doing a 10 pull of the free to play fairies. So if you are diligent with this, you can get a discount on your pulls. Same with the 4 stars. Really, I just get whatever shows up here for gold. And then I also, if skill rubbings shows up for 9 sapphires, I snag those up. Let me know what you get from the Wandering Merchant down below, as well as merchant is our giveaway word. So put the word merchant down below and what you liked or disliked about this video, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Till next time, guys.